who I am by now. But today is Saturday, January 18th, 2014. It's 1:12 a.m. and there were two NHL games last night. The first game featured the Washington Capitals versus the Columbus Blue Jackets in Ohio. The second game featured the Anaheim Ducks and the Chicago Blackhawks at the United Center. That second game received extensive coverage. Already posted an article about it on draftutopia.com earlier because it was such a highly anticipated game, very epic contest, and I just thought it'd be cool to post a bit on that. So you look at both of these games. What did both of these games have in common? Simple. Both of these contests were about the home team building momentum in the first period. With the Columbus game, you saw James Wisniewski, a defensive defender that mainly focuses on checking opposing players and inflicting hits, blocking shots, focusing on the defensive tools of a NHL defenseman. He scored his fourth goal of the season on a slap shot. And when you got a defensive defender that's line 2 material on most teams that scores a goal on a slap shot, his fourth goal of the year, he's a defenseman. He's not a guy that gets involved in the team a lot offensively. That's infectious. That ignites the crowd. The other players rally around that, and they're like, that guy just stepped up to the plate and contributed to the organization. So the team responded to the goal by ski, and the dishmasters were Ryan Johansson and Jack Johnson, both of them with excellent assists. You saw a save by Sergei Bobrovsky for the Blue Jackets. There was another key play where Columbus scored. They took a 2-0 lead. Second period, Ryan Johansson, he scored his 18th goal of the season, put the Blue Jackets up 3-0. When he had assist in the first period, that was his 18th assist on the season. So 1 goal, 1 assist. He had 17 goals and 17 assists prior to tonight's contest against the Capitals. Bobrovsky kept making saves. Later in the second period, you had Troy Brouwer. He scored a goal, and that evened things. That didn't even things. The point is, Troy Brouwer scored, and Columbus led 3-1. So it's 3-1. Blue Jackets are ahead, and after that, the Blue Jackets score 2 more goals. They go on to win 5-1 because they established momentum early. The second game featured the Anaheim Ducks and the Chicago Blackhawks, and that contest, Hossa, shorthanded goal. You remember that play. You know Hossa scored the shorthanded goal. You don't need to sugarcoat it. Blackhawks took a 2-0 lead because of the way they played and just the whole Chalmerson to Hossa thing. And Hossa dominated this game. He had a lot of shots on goal. And I forget who scored the second goal. I'm trying to do this, and it's like you took notes on the game, but you don't remember mentally who scored the goal. And it's one of those things where you have to mentally remember who scores the goal before you do the videos. Versteeg, it was one of those shots where he jabbed it in. Like, now I remember how the goal occurred because I was watching this game on NHL Network, and I remember the Blackhawks, the second goal they scored, it was like a jab, like a joust. He jousted the puck directly at the net near Jonas Hiller. And then the third goal was in the third period. Brian Bickle had a shot. It looked like Jonas Hiller was going to make the save. He fumbles the puck in the net. It goes in, and the Chicago Blackhawks took a 3-0 lead over the Anaheim Ducks. And the scary part is Anaheim almost got back in this game. Late in the third period, Ryan Getzlaf scored, and the Ducks captain motivated Anaheim Ducks. Anaheim scored 53 seconds later, and it was 3-2. Chicago led at that point, and Hossa finalized Anaheim's winning streak. He sealed Anaheim's 8-game winning streak came to an end. There's no need to sugarcoat it. Hossa started the momentum for the Chicago Blackhawks, and he ended the momentum for the Anaheim Ducks. And he had the two big goals, the shorthanded goal and the empty net goal. And those two goals were the difference in the contest because the Blackhawks won 4-2. And I could have saved a lot of time and money by just talking goals by Hossa. The thing is, when you're really passionate about sports, you recap the entire game. You don't have to recap every single play for play, but you have to recap the goals, and you have to describe the big plays, the wrist shots, the slap shots, the assists. You have to have fun with it, and you have to know what you're talking about. Anybody can learn this stuff, but you have to put the work in, and you have to keep putting the work in. And I know I'm really drowsy. It's really late, but it's like, this is what I like to do. I love sports, so I'm going to talk about sports, and I'm too passionate about this stuff. So we've got to get another article on Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, their history as quarterbacks, but I'm going to take a little nap first. Good night.